builds in the biggest master plan community in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We have some fine craftsmanship behind me, some really good showcasing of a hearth, great room with epic vaulted ceilings, and an outdoor screened-in porch with scored concrete design and a stain vaulted beadwork ceiling. And we have 2 gas fireplaces, and we have epic open spaces. It's a great design, and we haven't looked at Murfreesboro in my channel yet, even though I grew up in the greater Nashville area and I'm familiar with Murfreesboro, but it's time that we also document this. All right, you got a new one. You can already tell the ceilings are really high, going to a very open plan. Right as we walk in, yep, here's an office. They just decided to do some minimal staging for this one. I decided to look at this community because this is a very popular community in Murfreesboro. And we'll get to that at the end, but they just started to make some additions. They were sold out for a minute, and they just started to do some new builds here. We have a full bath connected to the office on the first floor, but it has a connection to the hallway. That's a little bit unusual. You don't see that too often in today's builds, but I know some people actually prefer that. Huge ceilings. It sounds a little bit echoey in here because the ceilings are so freaking high. And there's not a lot of stuff in here. Like, they don't have the fridge in here. The appliances, interesting, Smart Things and Samsung. We have a walk-in pantry with build-ins. Okay, not super high here. It gets kind of smaller, but has a little bit of a wraparound. Nice build-ins, lots of pantry space. You have cabinets that go, you know, midway to the ceiling. You're gonna definitely need some sort of step stool to get up there. Pretty large islands, vaulted ceilings, like a centerpiece gas fireplace. No build-ins on the side. Looks to be, man, out there it looks incredible. Okay, so they've got a gas fireplace outside. Looks like scored concrete flooring, screened in porch, stained, beaded, vaulted ceiling maybe. That's unusual. It looks pretty nice though. That's the outdoor patio. Huge open air. There's a lot of style to this. There's some functionality, but I like the style of it so far. Okay, this is gonna be the primary. Yep, they have the primary downstairs. Pretty high ceilings. They decided to decorate it in a pretty conservative way. You can tell the houses here are pretty close together, but there does seem to be a bit of a yard. Maybe a 1/4 acre. And then we have a soaking tub, vanity, walk-in shower, nice tiling, a seat in the shower, pretty heavy door. I think that would keep the water in. Let's see if it seals all the way. Yeah, they have something there. There's just a little crack there. You can't have everything be perfect. There is no perfect house. You got build-ins in the walk-in closet. Oh, and it's carpeted. Nice carpeting. We have the water closet over there. Soft touch close. Okay. So that's the master suite downstairs. I'm interested to see what they have upstairs. Now, I think this community has like a crazy amount of amenities for the pricing. The HOA, I mean, everybody goes up in arms about an HOA, but a big community like this has like a crazy amount of amenities, like a pool, a clubhouse, fitness center, walking trails, dog parks, so much stuff. Huge rec room area up here, high ceilings. I don't know if you can tell how high these ceilings are. They've got to be about 9 feet. Once again, a bit echoey. You're gonna have to fill this house if you want to deal with that. Another closet, and then we have walk-into. Oh my gosh, this is a huge bedroom. I guess this could also be a bonus room. It is enormous. Very big walk-in closet. Yeah, this is almost the size of a primary bedroom in a new construction. Pretty standard full bath in here, you know. They didn't go crazy with the upgrades and the design. The area for a washer and dryer, maybe? No, there's no hookup. Not sure what you'd use that for unless this design just didn't have it. No, the washer and dryer is downstairs. Same design bathroom, pretty much mirrored on this side to the other side. A much smaller bedroom or flex room. That hasn't been a flex room over there. Pretty big walk-in closet for here. I'm guessing this is gonna be some attic space. We'll go back downstairs at the end and talk about the pricing, the HOA, and what this community is, and a little bit on Murfreesboro in this area. Because Murfreesboro has been blowing up. Let's go take another look at downstairs. We're downstairs. This is where the kitchen was. There was a left here to the laundry room, closet, laundry room with sink, mud room. And then we have a pretty small 2-car garage, high ceilings, but not a crazy amount of space. You can see that it's one of those designs where you're not getting the full amount of the garage because it's cutting into the house itself, but you're getting a lot more house because of that when they design it that way. I'm guessing you could probably change the design of the garage too for some of these plans, but this one, not so much. All right, let's talk details. Okay, we're downstairs in the living room. Let's get to these details, okay? So this community is Shelton Square. The neighborhood here is the Sanctuary. This is a home by Celebration Homes, and this is the Mosley floor plan. And this particular one runs about $799. So it's on the pricier end of Murfreesboro, but this is a very sought after community. And as we saw in this particular floor plan, you know, they had a lot of features and upgrades in the kitchen, the quartz countertops, the under cabinet lighting, soft touch close. We saw that patio behind me has that beaded vaulted stained ceiling, concrete scored floors. You have the screened in porch. It's a pretty nice setup. Double gas fireplace. I would have to say I was a little bit thinking that there was gonna be more, but the pricing of Murfreesboro is just going up and up and up. This place is getting hot. And it was already hot. It's been hot for a minute, but this community in particular is just so sought after. I've been in this area before, but this whole place is sold out so quickly, and with new additions, I had a feeling that we needed to have something on file for my channel just for the sake of having documented this community, because it's very notable in Murfreesboro. The HOA is actually not that much. It's $130 a month, and that covers the fitness center, the pool house, dog park, trails, maintenance. I think they're having like an event space that they're building. So out of most of the communities we've looked at, this is actually one of the most maxed out amenities that I've seen. And for that pricing, you know, when you have these master plan communities, they typically can keep the HOA relatively low. If you have the fewer homes you have when things get broken, you're gonna see huge jumps in your HOA. And as you should know, if you're a home buyer in any sort of community, HOA prices typically go up over time. That is just the law of the universe, because you as a homeowner in a community start to take up maintenance for the community. You love HOA, you hate HOA, it just works the way it does. So if you're buying into an older community, expect HOA rates to be higher. A newer community, HOA rates are typically gonna start off lower, and over time, they're gonna go up. So one of the benefits to being early on in a master plan community is you get the most out of these amenities and you're paying a reasonable rate. If you decided to stay here for 15, 20 years, your HOA bill is gonna start going up in the later years, especially as this place would need to be maintained, even outside of your home. So upstairs, we saw, some pretty fantastic high ceilings, and I really like that flex space. You have a rec room plus flex space plus those multiple bedrooms, and it wasn't staged. So unlike most of the videos, you know, we're not looking at like a model home. Like this is an actual, one of the few new construction sites left in this community. So yeah, this is Murfreesboro, the first video we've done on this channel for Murfreesboro. I've been here before. You know, I'm native to Nashville and have seen everything blow up, including Murfreesboro, and Murfreesboro continues to grow. So if you're in the market looking for new construction in the greater Nashville area, don't hesitate to reach out. I get calls, texts, and emails all the time from people who are just curious about what the market looks like. They want to know more information on the nuance of new construction. There's just a lot of misinformation out there about new construction and builders, and you know, not every builder is the devil. But there's some people that believe that because they've seen some bad experiences with smaller builders. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm your buyer's agent in the greater Nashville area. My name is Richard Royer, and I specialize in new construction, not represented by any of the builders, instead independently operating. And I know the ins and outs of the new construction process, and I'm gonna make sure that you get the most bang for your buck. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye for now.